Good morning, girls. I hope you are all doing Google Forms. So you have last 10 minutes to complete your Google Forms and submit it. So please finish it off by 10:30 and be ready so that your chemistry professor will be addressing you all.
Good morning to you all. I feel a pleasure to interact with you. So this is Dr. Nagireddy before you. So before I discuss the importance of chemistry in engineering and technology, I would like to introduce myself to you. So I did MSc and PhD from Osmania University. So then I joined CBIT. I worked there for 34 years. I retired there as a head of the Department of Chemistry from CBIT. So when I was in CBIT, I published papers in national and international journals, and also guided projects to chemical engineering students. Those projects won prizes from IIT and NIT. So after that, I joined Stanley College. I am there in Stanley since 2015. So I have been teaching to engineering students since then. So now I would like to give you the significance and importance of chemistry in engineering and technology. So before we know about this, it is necessary to know what engineers can do and what technologists can do and what chemists can do. Generally, engineers are engaged in practical application of physical, chemical, and other scientific principles in designing large scale systems or construction. That is the main job of the engineer. And technologists will deal with the methods and processes for converting materials available in nature into items of consumption and tools of production. That is what technologists do. So there is a designing is done by the engineers, and production and tools of materials, tools of production are done by the technologists. So then let us see what chemists can do. Chemists deal with the composition of the materials and conversion of one material into another material and energy changes accompanying the conversions, and also you will be creating the materials. So chemists will do engineering of the materials. Now we will discuss the reality of what engineers can do. So they design the systems for the purpose of the utility by the humanity. So while designing the systems, while designing the systems and converting them into reality, they require the materials. So without materials, it is not possible to convert the design on the paper into reality. So that's how materials are very important in engineering profession. So these materials, without materials, no design can be realized, and these materials are used in various fields of the engineering. The various fields such as aerospace and automation, healthcare, defense sector, etc. So without these materials, the suitability of the materials for these purposes can be given by the chemists. The materials that are made by the chemists and described by the chemists, the properties and their mechanical strengths, these materials are used for application in engineering profession. So in order to have the understanding of behavior of these materials, the understanding of fundamental principles of chemistry are necessary. So that's why a minimum certain basic training in chemistry is essential for those who are pursuing the engineering profession. So in order to fulfill the relevance of the chemistry to engineering and technology, the syllabus has been suitably designed. The designed syllabus fulfills the objective of making the students realize that it is base of profession, and for realizing this as base of profession, they need to have good understanding about the principles of the general chemistry. So this is fulfilled by the criterion. This is fulfilled by the syllabus designed by the university. So the syllabus is designed in such a way that it shows the requirements and also attains certain course objectives. The course objectives attained by the syllabus are the structure, properties, relationships for selection of materials for engineering applications. This is the first course objective of the syllabus. And now you know that nowadays the energy is very important. Without energy, nothing happens. So the conventional fuels used for generating the energy are causing the atmosphere pollution. So in order to avoid this environmental pollution, we need to look for the alternative sources of energy. For fulfilling this, we have introduced electrochemistry in the syllabus. They learn the basic principles of electrochemistry and use these principles in designing the batteries and in designing the electroanalytical applications. So batteries generate the energy, and this energy used by nowadays by automobiles, which is pollution free. That is the second objective. Second objective is creating the making the students learn basic principles of electrochemistry, and they will be in a position, after learning these principles, they will be in a position to design the batteries suitable for various applications. And the third is the corrosion. So materials generally undergo, metallic materials generally undergo corrosion. So this is a major problem with the metallic materials. Their life is shorted, they get damaged. So in order to prevent the corrosion, we have included the general principles of the corrosion and make them understand how corrosion takes place. So after learning these principles, they will be able to prevent, they will be able to take the measures for preventing of the corrosion. This is another objective with which the syllabus is designed. And the next object, you know that water is essential for life. Without water for 7 days, one can survive. After 7 days, one cannot survive. So for life process or for consumption of the human beings, the quality of water is important. So in order to make them realize what specifications should be there for potable water, we included in the syllabus the analysis of water and what water causing the water pollution and how they can be treated. So to fulfill this course objective, we have included water chemistry in the syllabus. And another one is fuels. Fuels are major causing major havoc as far as environmental pollution is concerned. So that's why there is a need for exploring green fuels in order to avoid the pollution. So in order to pursue this, we have included in the syllabus photovoltaic cells, that is solar cells, so which can use the conversion of the solar energy into electrical energy, and in turn this can be used for various uses. And another important topic that is included in the syllabus is composite materials. These materials can be designed in such a way that it fulfills the requirement of the advanced technology applications. So using composite materials, these composite materials are used in aerospace engineering and underwater equipment, and they provide the composite material consists of two phases. These two phases can be combined in such a way that it will give a material that is suitable for strategic technologies. So with these objectives, course objectives in mind, the syllabus has been designed, and it will fulfill the requirement of the engineer to become a practicing engineer in his profession. So without this knowledge, engineer cannot become a perfect engineer. So in order to become a perfect engineer, he needs minimum certain training in the general chemistry and in all these topics. So before I will give you one quote given by the Professor APJ Abdul Kalam. Science is a beautiful gift to humanity. We should not distort it. So without making innovations in chemistry, there will be no advancement in the technology. Because engineer is engaged in what? Practical application of the physical and chemical principles. So as the research goes on, new discoveries and innovations will be made. So these innovations will be helpful in developing the new technologies and creating new systems for useful to the society. So that is how chemistry is relevant, and it is necessary for every engineering student to study. And we'll see what various engineers in various fields will do. Civil engineer use what material? Civil engineer will use cement, concrete, and all those things. And these are materials. They will be using these materials. They will be constructing the bridges and any other civil structure. So that's how materials are necessary for any engineer. Any engineer's drawing on the paper to realize as an actual system, materials are needed. So knowledge about the materials is given by the chemistry. So that's why minimum training in chemistry is definitely essential. Without this, the engineer cannot become a perfect engineer. And mechanical engineer does what? He makes the machines. For making the drawing on the paper about the machines, to realize, it requires materials of suitable properties. So that is given by the chemist. Similarly, electronic engineer will be making what? Circuits on a base metal. So in order to make the circuits, it requires semiconducting materials of with suitable properties. That can be given by who? Again, chemist come into picture. Then computer engineer. Hardware and software go hand in hand. So without hardware, software cannot work. And hardware requires materials. Then electrical engineers. Electrical engineers deal with what? Transmission and generation of electricity. For transmission of electricity, what are required? Conductors are required. Again, the conductors are provided by the chemists. Efficient conductors are given by the research carried out by the material sciences. So that is how materials are very important for engineering and chemistry. And without materials and without the knowledge about the materials, an engineer cannot become a sound engineer. So without knowing chemistry, if he practices his engineering profession, it will not be effective. So that's why minimum training in chemistry is essential for engineers and technology. That's why the syllabus is designed in such a way, and it fulfills the objective of making the students to realize the base of the profession, and with the good understanding of chemistry will be in a position to use this in his profession. So let's start. And materials find applications. Materials find applications in aerospace, automobile, defense, missiles, rockets, and transport applications, computers, and healthcare. So to make the advances in these fields, and to obtain expertise in these fields, creation of new materials is required. With the creation of the new materials, advancement in the technology will be taken place. That is how the material science and technology go hand in hand, and it will be developing to cater the needs of the society. Keeping all these in view, the syllabus is designed and the chemistry knowledge is important. So with these remarks, I conclude, and I thank you all for hearing my talk. Thank you. I will highlight the topics that are there in the syllabus. The first topic is electrochemistry. So in this electrochemistry, you will be studying about galvanic cells, because these cells generate electrical energy from the spontaneous redox reaction taking place in the cell. So you'll be understanding the fundamental principles of the galvanic cell and how galvanic cell can be constructed, and knowledge obtained from the galvanic cells is extended to making up the batteries. And under batteries, in electrochemistry, the galvanic cells are included, and the galvanic cell have EMF as a result of the reaction taking place in the cell. And we will be learning about the measurement of the EMF. And EMF is because of the electrode potentials of the electrodes that make the galvanic cell. And we will be learning about the electrode potentials and measurement of the electrode potentials. So using these electrode potentials, one can make an efficient battery. If the difference between the electrode potential of the two electrodes is large, then the battery will be providing large EMF. So all these will be highlighted in the syllabus, and then some chemical applications of electrochemistry you will be learning. So under the chemical applications of the electrochemistry, you will be in your practical class, you will be doing potentiometric titrations and measurement of the pH. So these topics are there in the electrochemistry, and the second unit is water chemistry. And, so in water chemistry, you will be learning about the pollutants that cause the water pollution and analysis of the water. And after knowing this, from the knowledge of this, you will be able to learn the methods for treatment of the water. And after treatment of the water, you will be learning the specifications of potable water. And after that, the third unit is corrosion. So metallic materials will undergo corrosion. In order to prevent this, the learning of fundamentals of corrosion is required. So that will be taught here. And after corrosion, fuels. So we will be discussing the conventional fuels and green fuels. So there will be shift to stop. 1 minute or so.
You can end it. I can end it. We will rest.
Thank you all. With these remarks, I will be concluding. Thank you. Okay, no?
Good morning, students. Welcome to our induction program, day 4. I believe everyone has finished their exam. It looks you have certain issues with the temporary IDs, and we have been getting a plethora of calls and WhatsApp messages about your issues. Let me please tell you one thing: do not get panicked at all. Without your temporary ID, you can take the exam. Okay, so you just now, if you have any issues, we have tried to resolve. And remember, we are on this online every day. There is one problem coming up, so we are trying to resolve it as and when we have an issue. So try to take it. Do not get panicked if you are not able to take the exam, and it has nothing to do with your marks later. Because if you are unable to do it at the end of this induction program, we will give you all the question papers and you can do it. So you don't worry, and you don't start calling us non-stop, because there is a problem, so don't get worried at all. And tomorrow, and don't start asking us what exam tomorrow, because there is no preparation from your side. Tomorrow you can very well wait until 9:45 what the question paper would be, because you are not going to prepare anything. So that can be an aptitude, that can be an English exam. We are not going to tell you, because we don't want you to ask repeated questions on it. Okay, I believe now this is all done. And how many have you got so far? Okay, so around 50 to 100 people, they haven't done. I do not know what the problem was, but it is okay. We will try to work on it. So now we have a very eminent personality by name Brigadier P. Ganesham, a retired army person who visits our college off and on to inspire us, to enlighten us. So I take this as a privilege to speak about him. Brigadier Pogula Ganesham, he was born in a remote village in Telangana, but he did his engineering graduation from Usmania and his graduation MBA from Delhi University. And he's a specialist in armored fighting vehicles, which served Indian Army with a distinction for over 30 years, including command of a battalion in Kashmir in thick of counter of insurgency operations. And Sir was also instrumental in developing a multi-role weapon platform called as Windy for the Army. And he took the patent also for this this particular weapon platform. And the one very noted thing is that for his distinguished services, Brigadier Ganesham sir was awarded with Vishishta Seva Medal by the President of India. And post his retirement from the army, he served Bharat Dynamics Limited, BDL, as the director production from 2006 to 2009. And then very notedly, one reason why he is so popular is that he has formed a voluntary group called Palle Srujana with like-minded friends to promote knowledge based on activity in unified Andhra Pradesh in the year 2005. And this Palle Srujana, what is the speciality of this Palle Srujana? This Palle Srujana conducts Chinna Shodha Yatra. He is going to give you all details about it every quarter in various parts of both the Telugu states, to walk to the remote areas to understand and capture the grassroots knowledge and the creativity of villagers. So you know that villages are so important in India. He visits every nook and corner in order to do this. So since 2011, he has made 34 such yatras involving 950 participants, and he walked over 1500 kilometers. I can say that he touched all nook and corner of both Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, which means around 600 villages. So this is like, this has brought a kind of a revolution, I can say, in these villages. And in the last 15 years, he addressed over 80,000, not 8,000, 80,000 students in both Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, and he walked over 4,000 kilometers. Okay, so he has built a voluntary network of 3,000 in Telugu states. So you are going to be, you are very fortunate to listen to him today, girls. So now I take this opportunity to invite our esteemed guest, Brigadier Ganesham Garu, onto this platform to address you. Thank you, girls. Please stay tuned.
Yeah, good morning, children. Wonderful to meet you all through this medium of webinar. And thanks to Stanley College of Engineering and Technology to give me the opportunity to talk to the freshers. And I want to wish you the best in the next 4 years. You're going to spend time here. The journey should be so meaningful, knowledgeable. And when you go out of this college, you should be Stanleyans or whatever you call it, the wonderful citizens who can contribute a lot to society. That's what we expect from you all. Now, can I ask my friend to share the presentation? Right. Okay. All right. So Palle Sujana is organization I represent. Palle means village and Sujana is creativity. And we our team greets you and also wishes the best of your journey, the few years to share.
I want this to be small, then I can share.
I'm sorry. Today, next 1 hour plus, I'd like to share with you the creativity at grassroots. Palle Sujana in its journey has found amazing creativity and traditional knowledge in the villages. It's the informal sector. In the last 15 years of our journey of a volunteer group, as you see on the slide, we walk to the villages. Why do we walk? Knowledge has no legs, we have legs. So we walk to the knowledge, we walk to the villages, identify those creative people, and nurture them so that their solutions, what they made, their understandings are passed on horizontally to other villages, from village to village. In this journey of identifying these people and nurturing the creativity, we found amazing lessons. They ask, this is a question they ask, why do you live? If we ask a question to you all, think about it and try to answer it, why do you live? Broadly, we live for happiness. We want to make ourselves happy and others happy. And happiness has two elements. One part is a material happiness, where you get your clothes, buildings, cars, and what are the comforts, physical comforts, material comforts. But the second half is about tangible, intangibles like respect, affection, care, kindness, bondage, friendship. So many other things which are not really bought in the market or can be built by yourself. They come over a period of time by talking to people and living with them, developing relations and everything. So how does happiness come? Happiness comes when you take out away small problems. Like, your mother is working hard in the kitchen. Now, if you find a small problem which is bothering her and making her work longer, and you find a solution for it, making mother less painful but happier. So happiness comes when you evolve ideas for the problems around you, and when the ideas are implemented, it reduces the pain. Pain can be time waster, pain can be a money waster, effort waster, or less productivity. All this can be changed by small ideas. And the moment you do that, your happiness increases, right? So we all work for that, and why not? To do that, for your happiness, how can we do this? These people, the people in the villages, they have nothing, they have no knowledge, there's no technological approach, nor they have any resources. They don't even have the resources to even buy things. They don't have access to information. Yet, They want to solve problems because they're creative and passionate. They're poor in money, poor in maybe education, but they're not poor in creativity. So we respect villages and we find them as source, not as sinks. And they follow this principle more from less for many. More from less for many is the principle of Gandhi, basically nature's principle, where you put a small seed and a huge tree comes up. The lakhs of leaves, thousands of fruits and flowers. Look at very less, one small seed gives you so many things. And it's used for many food, humans, animals, insects, mammals, birds, everybody uses it. Now, this is a principle where the input is less, output is more. Nature always seeks less input to give you more output. But technology where input is more, output is less. Any technology, any human-made technologies, input is higher than the output. So therefore, technology is deductive in resources, whereas nature's principle of MLM is additive in resources. If you want to keep the present resources for longer time, for many generations ahead of you, you may have to follow additive principle like MLM. Think about it, and I'll show you examples of how grassroots innovators or the people in the villages adopt this unknowingly. That's the reason we are having, we're all looking at the forest today. All these generations, they have done that. We'll see how they do it. In a nation, there's an ecosystem of innovation. Innovation is basically to find solutions to the problems of the people, whether it be industry, whether it's a government, or it is common people, anybody. So the ecosystem we have is public innovations, the first category, where we have CSIR labs and ICMR. ICMR stands for Indian Council of Medical Research, Indian Council of Agricultural Research, then defense labs, ISRO, BARC, and some IITs and NITs, which are funded by the government. So all these category of people who do innovations are funded by the government. But what happened in the last 70 years is that they have done a very good job, but they have not addressed 80% of the masses. The majority of their problems remain as they are. They have addressed industry problems, they've gone to higher technology, they've done help the government perhaps, but majority of the problems of common people are left unaddressed. Now coming to second category, private innovations, which is like L&T, TCS and Tata's, Birlas, these people, they spend good money for finding solutions and effectively, but their business is making money. So they will make only those solutions, those products which gives them money, and therefore, again, they neglect the common people's problems. So in both the areas, we find that the majority of the problems of the majority of the people are not addressed. And coming to school innovations, imagine we all been coming from school and college. Now there are 26 crore children in the schools, and we think that they are not creative. We think that they are not innovative.
Live లో ఇలా వస్తుంది ఒక 1 minute I will just increase the PPT కనిపించట్లేదు.
Change it. Yeah, change.
PPT కనపడలేదు.
Yes.
Check up better. So we were at school innovation. Sorry for the interruption. I hope it is visible to all of you on your cell phones. Now, the school innovations, the third category we were talking about, is about 26 crore children, but we treat them as non-creative, and we don't use their brains, fresh brains, for solving the problems, and that's a great loss to the nation. Imagine we all brilliant people, children came from school, but nobody asked to solve the problem that they thought you can't do it. But we believe differently. Children can solve the problem better than others because they have no orchestrated information. They are fresh and they're creative. They ask questions. So that's also where to manage the country. Even they are not looking at the grassroots, the village people's problem. So what happens is majority of the people in the informal sector, villages, they get upset, they get frustrated, they're helpless because nobody is coming to their rescue. So what they do is they get angry. When you get angry, what you do? You break this, break that. Some people get violent, take up guns. They call it insurgency. But there's some people, when they get angry, they become innovators. And we call them grassroots innovators. And today we'll talk to you about grassroots innovators. We'll talk to you about grassroots innovators. And grassroots innovators are those who are the informal sector from the villages, not much of education, maybe 7th, 8th, less than 12 standard. And they live in the informal sector, rural sector, and from there they come up. We'll see what are they and how they do it. We have learned this from them. They do it in a sequence of knowing, feeling, and doing. First, you have to understand the problem, know the problem. Know the problem so well that every aspect of the problem is understood by you. Then you have to feel the problem, you internalize the pain. If you're working for a blind man, close your eyes and tie up a hanky around your eyes and stay for a whole day, 24 hours, like a blind man. That's the feeling. Then you know the problems, and when you solve the problem, after knowing and feeling, the solution is almost perfect. And if you don't do the feeling and knowing to doing, you jump, solution may not be good. I'll give you some examples. So you see the adjust walker is there, the walker where 4 legs are there. Now that walker, fixed legs, so it can't go up the stairs. If a man wants to go up, person, he needs help of 2 people. And even coming down again. Tell me, every place has 1 or 2 steps. So walker is made without feeling. That's the reason it doesn't work. But somebody feels about the walker, then they made adjustable front legs. Now with that, you can shorten the legs while you're going up, and the person can go by himself. And while coming down, you increase the length of the legs, and you can come down. In horizontally, you put parallel. So easy, small idea. Shalini, a small girl of 8th standard in Bihar, she said, why not? When you ask the question, now the walker became adjustable, and this comes when the Shalini felt the pain of people who cannot go up the steps because they use a walker. Similarly, we have one more thing which I would like you to understand this because you're going to be engineers. No, we have harvesters. You must have seen in the villages. They come and huge machines come and harvest or paddy or wheat and other things. Most of you must have seen it. Our city children, you can after this you can get into the YouTube and see them. Now, what it does is, because labor is not available and costly, this machine goes in and cuts the paddy, let's say, cuts at 8 inches from the ground. It doesn't cut low. And then whatever is left in the stack and the grains, it cuts the grains, takes the grains inside, and the balance stack is left in the field. So the farmer is left with only grains come to him, and that too he loses 1.5 quintals per acre in the field because it's cut in the field. Then all the grass he loses. And the grass which is in the field, unless that is degraded, biodegraded, he cannot go for the next crop. And it takes about 6 to 8 months. What will you do? So either he has to burn it or pick it up. Picking up is very costly and digging is not possible to take out the stubs. So he burns it. You must have heard a lot of news about farmers burning. Farmers are burning crops because they want to burn. Because the combined harvest available to them is creating a problem to them. So when you provide a solution, please ensure that you're not creating problems. That's very important to see. You're solving a problem, but let you not create more problem. So one farmer, what he did, he was not happy with the kind of harvester given by him to the government, and he modified that and see how this works. Same harvester is given by the government and the industry. He modified such a way that there are no stubs. It cuts at 2 to 3 inches, like you cut with hand. So one problem is solved, no stubs. So straight away they go next crop. Then after cutting the grass and the grains, it takes the entire thing into the harvester. Nothing cuts in the field. And there he gives grass separately to the farmer. Now this is the grass is being downloaded separately. The farmer has not lost anything now. He got the grass and now he gets the grains separately. See, beautiful. Same harvester, when you understand the pain of the farmer, you give him grass, you give him the grains, and you saw that next crop is easy. So it doesn't burn. So my dear friends, when you give a technology, when a solution, you should be very careful that you're not creating new problems, and it comes only by knowing, feeling, and doing. So jump, solution may not be perfect. Look at this picture. The left one has 4 people. Everybody is concerned how the old lady gets into the rickshaw. But on the right side, there are only 3 people, and everybody is happy and comfortable. What's the difference? A small step. Now, this is innovation. This is idea which I spoke to you in the beginning. A small idea which can make people happy. You see the happiness? The concern is gone. The number of people are less. Productivity is increased. So comfortable everybody is going. So that's what innovation should be. That's what idea should be. Look at this. Swapnil was in 10th standard and is in Assam, from Assam. His friend met with an accident and lost upper limbs. And after surgeries and all, he came to the class, but he cannot turn the pages. He cannot read a book. Swapnil was aghast. He says, how my friend can learn without reading a book? How his life is going to be there? And reading books is very important to students. You know about it. Then Swapnil thought about it and made a machine, manual page turning machine, where without limbs, just by using the legs, you push the left leg, the page turns from left to right. You push the right one, right to left. Because he felt the pain of his friend. He thought a friend should be as good as him. And that's the way he made a small machine. Of course, it got a great recognition, President of India and all, but all he made for his friend. How beautiful it is. It comes when you feel the other's pain. Look at this. The beautiful technology incorporated in this rickshaw where both are happy and both are collaborating. So the technology should be collaborative so that everybody should be happy. And technology collaboration is given by engineers, is given by people like you. So you have to think about it. How, if the man sitting in the rickshaw, you get down and push, he won't. But if you give him pedal right there, he may do it. That's what exactly Arnav, young boy, or 8 years boy, suggested this method to do it. So design has to be collaborative. Look at, these push carts you see, crores of push carts in the country. But when this is fully loaded and you take a turn, is to lift the whole cart and move left or right. And every 100 yards, he has to lift that. It's so heavy, so problematic. But we have not thought of it. But few school children, they made a small steering. On the left picture you see in the screen, the small steering they put it, and the rear wheel is moving. It can steer the cart, and that's all difference. And people comfortably keep pushing and going there. Small pains, but 1 crore people will be happy if you make it, because minimum 1 crore are pushing carts in this country every day. And what is the cost? Not a great investment, not a great foreign exchange required. Simple mechanism. It can be done locally, not that you had manufactured Hyderabad and the whole country. Design has to be simple. Innovation has to be very, very easily made anywhere. Now, you must have seen such lines. If you're urban people, you may not have. But those who are in the villages or come from villages, they were, in the schools, there were only 1 hand pump. 1 presses, 1 drinks, with a long line. And that recess time was over. One girl, Lalita, in Jharkhand, she had stood in the line and turn never came. So what she did was she ran to the class without having water and washing thing, and the teacher punished her because she came late. Yeah. So she was humiliated. So what is my mistake? And the evening when she went home, Lalita cried in front of her parents. And they inquired. And she said, look, I was humiliated for not my fault. And she shared the experience. My father was upset. Who doesn't? Everybody is upset. And he internalized the pain of his daughter, Lalita. The humiliation he felt by himself, and he took one day's leave. He's a class 4 employee in the PWD of Jharkhand state. Next day he went to the school, talked to the principal. I said, sir, I want to do something. He said, what? So he explained. Principal was very nice and he allowed him to do. And what he made is this. See, one man and 8 taps. 1:8. From 1:1 to 1:8. There are no taps, there are taps here. The water is controlled. More people can do. What a beautiful innovation. And this can be, if you see it, you do it yourself. There are separate technologies, drawings required for this. And so cheap to make it. So easy to make it. What a great idea. 1:1 to 1:8. You hardly find in the technology. Small idea by a father who internalized the humiliation of his daughter. We call it samvedana. Feel others' pain as they feel, and came out with a beautiful innovation. You have to go by knowing, feeling, doing. Then you can produce other interesting things. Now, you know, Steve Jobs, when he was always saying innovation comes from one who found the apple. Innovation comes from connecting the dots, he used to say. What are dots? Two areas in your life are unconnected with dots. Now, connecting the dots, you find innovation. Look what Remya did. See, the girl says, my technology. What are the dots? Initially, they have shown washing and cycle, 2 different things. There are 2 different dots, and she connected them because she had to go to canal every day to wash, and that was causing her time and energy. She thought something to be done. She asked her father, what is the washing machine? And they couldn't afford a washing machine. So he says this is just a drum, it rotates horizontally or vertically. And rotation is required, then put water, put soap, and rotate it. She said, that's all. Then she said, rotation I can do with cycle, and she made this. And imagine how beautifully. And she created a technology 9 standard. Creating technology is what is the life of engineers. Every engineer has to create technologies. And if you don't create technology using others' technologies, then you are roadside mechanic. This girl later became an engineer and she made a same washing machine with a gym cycle, amazing, and she's got a patent, she got Rashtrapati Award, she's got crores of royalties of all this. But she didn't do for all this, she did solve her problem. So as I've been saying right from the beginning, observe the problems, find solutions, the rest will fall in line for you. This girl, Nisha, saw her grandfather standing in a queue. And the grandfather was tired and he had a trolley in the hand, but there's no place to sit. So he says, why my grandfather should be tired? For none of his fault. So he kept on thinking and put up a folded seat on that. You can see in the picture, a folded seat to the same trolley, so they can sit anywhere. So the old man is carrying his own seat. Look at the small pain of his grandfather. She observed and found it. And now it has come in the market. And everybody is using it so beautifully. See how many people's pain is reduced. That's the way it comes up, When you look at a common problem, there will be tremendous demand for it. And Nisha not only solved the problem of grandfather, but she has conquered the market. Sometimes in the villages, they find very interesting solutions for this. Look at this. A cycle and a horse. and the horse hair has to be removed. How do we remove the hair horse without hurting the animal? Just watch. This is driven by the cycle beautifully, and the animal is so happy, it's not even moving an inch because there is no pain to it. If you take a cutter and do it, there's a possibility of cutting the skin. It's not there. So simple. Everything is made in the village. And this is cutter also available in every barber shop. So such a beautiful thing, horse shaver, where animal and man both are happy and relations improve. Now this is another beautiful check dam. You see check dams only in a one straight line trapezoidal form. But here this is 2 bricks and an arc form. Just 2 bricks. It can be made by villagers. We don't need RCC, you don't need concrete, cement, nothing is required. And it stops water as much as that RCC check dam stops. You will just see, so where did you get this idea, Bhanji Bhai? You see the bridge there? Now there are the bridges made by British with all bricks. No columns of RCC columns. Rail trains used to go, trucks used to go. Then Bhanji Bhai farmer thought, if the bridge can take so much load, why not water and put the same bridge in horizontal in the ground? And that's where check dam has come. So the engineers never thought that can be used here, but Bhanji Bhai thought, and since this cost of this is only 4,000 to 5,000, these check dams are made in Saurashtra, 1.5 lakh and more by villagers. Everywhere the people are making with this. And when the dependency, there's no dependency and they can make it themselves, people are very proud to make it. And they make wherever they want, whenever they want. Technology should be such that people should be able to do it without looking over their shoulder. That's the kind of technology engineers have a device. You know, we give a lot of technology to the villages, like motorcycle. Motorcycle is designed to run on roads, not on cross country. And when it goes to village, it runs off the roads, into the fields, into the kacha roads, and thereby the rubber tires get punctured. And they puncture so frequently that the owner has to push it more than ride. And every village doesn't have repair shops. And he has to spend almost 1 tube per month cost and pushing and non-available motorcycle. So technology we have given to the village, which is not customized, is causing problems to them. We said motorcycle anywhere used, which is not fair to the masses. So Pandurang had same problem. He is from Medak district. He was taking his wife and child to a village, and in the evening about 6:30, motorcycle got punctured. And then he has to walk 14 kilometers all the way in the night with his small child. He was scared. When he came home, he thought, what the hell is happening? Why should I suffer? What mistake I made? And why my brethren here are facing? Then he worked for 6 years and made a small liquid. That liquid, he opens it, takes out a new tube of the motorcycle, opens the nozzle, 250cc, puts into it, closes the nozzle, puts the tube in the tire, and fills the air normally. And the motorcycle doesn't get punctured for next 3 years. Imagine. And happiness to the people. I call this a real painkiller. Real painkillers are not tablets. This is a painkiller where there's no problem. They not worry about it. And such kind of a technologies, why don't we give it to rural people? Why give it to what is given to the... Why should we give it to what is available in the city? Why are we giving them? We are giving them what we have. No, my friends, you give them what they want. And Pandu gave it. Now he has got a President of India award, he's got a patent, he's got a factory, he's hired 10 MBAs, and he's selling in 7 states, only villages. And why not? So this is another knowing, feeling, doing type. And MLM, more from less for many. Now, there are a lot of sprayers you have seen. You see this sprayer. This sprayer works by pushing a cycle. The rear wheel, which is moves by when you push it, that gives a drive to the pump and the spray. So beautifully spray comes on the crop. And the level of the spray can move up and down vertically depending on the height of the plants. And that's it. Then detach from the cycle and go home on cycle, right? That's the way it should be. Yeah. So it was all simply done, but a 1.5 to 2 acre people, we have 85% farmers have less than 2.5 acres. 85% people. Now, do they need huge sprayers, electric sprayers, or diesel sprayers? They need such things where they can manage with no cost, yet their crops are saved. So you have to give them affordable technologies. And this is what, when we didn't give it, they made it themselves. Grassroot innovators call it. Similarly, people with half acre, 1 acre, they don't have animals to do. What do? You can give them use a cycle, wheels, and vertical stand they can push it. And all these local materials and used materials can do it. You don't need new materials for this. Farmers don't need new material. They need used material. They need functionality, not accuracy, not reliability, not durability. They need affordability and functionality. That's what they need. And just all these innovations are, in that direction. We have people going up the toddy trees and coconut trees. And what kind of problems they face, I hope you ever seen them. We're only happy when we drink coconut water, but how difficult it is. So there are people who have done this. Apachan in Kerala, done, yeah. You made this device to go up. There's no power in this. Just a rod, wire, and tire. Use that, and he made it go up. Just see how it goes up. Like you go up the staircase. Put 1 foot down, 1 foot up in the air. 1 foot in the earth, 1 foot in the air. It goes up and down. So he also said my technology. The person who have not studied, never gone to school, has said my technology because he made something interesting which helped them, which helped the people to climb so comfortably all the way up, and not 1, 2, they can climb 20, 30, nothing will happen. And when are you going to make your technologies? You must challenge yourself that before you leave college, you all must make technologies. That's a challenge. And if you don't make technologies, then you're not a good engineer. You will not be a good engineer. And doing experimenting in the college is much better because accountability is less here. And when you leave college, your focus is not on placement, but should be on patent. If you focus on patent in the 4 years, not on placement, the industry will run after you. But if you focus on placement, then you run after industry. Now choose what you want to do. Patent, all these people got patents, these village people. Then why not you? You're much better than all these people in every respect. Feel yourself confident and get patents. And patents give you originality. Patents give you the ability to solve a problem. Not only ability, but ability recognized by the government of India. That's the beauty of patent. Work on that. Change your attitude from placement to patents. And when he can do it, somebody else can do it. Now, Apachan, what you have seen he has done, vertically went up. But Venkat from Coimbatore said, why is he going vertically and standing and using only one hand? Then he said, let me make it differently. He made the person sit there. And then when he goes up on the top, he can use both the hands. Look at Venkat made a triggered innovation, existing innovation, improved the innovation. It is also called innovation, and improved the performance of the people. And while sitting there comfortably, both the hands can be used. You see the video of this, how it goes up. Yeah, see, that's the way they go up. This is a toddy tree, but even coconut tree, similarly, they can go up. And so beautiful, sitting down and going up. And once they go up on the top, since sitting comfortably, can use both the hands. And advantage of these climbers Today, coconut costs 35 rupees in the market. That is by man harvesting. Suppose they use one of these climbers. So daily they can go up 10 times, 20 times. The harvesting cost reduces. Let's hope that this cost saved is passed on to you. Then buy at 30 rupees. 5 rupees per coconut is saved. And if 4 coconuts is sold in the country every day, 5 crores are saved. And yearly 2,000 crores. What is a small innovation can have so much of savings, which can create additional demand, so much of power is left with you. That is the beauty of grassroots innovations, because their significance is so immense, so gigantic. They get used by millions of people. And that's an advantage. And the input cost, R&D cost, investment is almost zero. They can be made with the local materials. There's one more issue we see with the common people is carrying head loads on the head. When you carry something on the head, I don't know how many of you experience, it is painful to the head and the neck. It's not easy at all. And you see in the villages, everyone does it, even city, a lot of people do. We have not found a solution to it till now, 21st century. And these head loads are going on. And it causes a lot of pain over a period of time. And they become ill after 40s. Now, one boy, Lohar, he thought he must do something about it, 18 years boy from Maharashtra. Look at the picture. He made 4 plastic tubes, made a rectangular frame and tied it to the body, waist and shoulders. And the top he put a plate which is 1 inch above the head. So the whole frame is not touching the head at all, but is tied to the body. Now you put 80 kgs of tomatoes, what you see, or onions, you put on the head. Where does the load go? It's not going to the head. It's not affecting this pain in the neck. It's going to the body. And body is like an RCC problem. It has bones, it has fat, it has water, it has air, it has flesh. All those things are there. It can take higher loads because area is more. What Lohar has done is change the load center from head to the body. That's all. He has not changed the anatomy, he has not changed anything. Change the load center. And now a man can carry double the load. That means he saves 1 trip, or at the same time he does double the work. If 20 crore people do like this every day, you mean nation's productivity doesn't go up? What is the investment, my dear? These are the kind of innovations you must think about it. Solve the problem simplest way. And they should be able to make anywhere in the village. They must carry it like a tool and go and do it happily. So you're not only giving a tool, not only increasing the productivity, but you're giving them happiness. I told you that's why we all live for. This is a pedal pump made by Malay. You see this one, the normal pedal pumps can be taken on the shoulder of 18-20 kg weight, and by pumping at any place you put it, no installation required there, pump it from 25 feet down, the water can come in 2-inch pipe, and it can go horizontally 500 feet. So now, like, with hills we have water trapped, it cannot go anywhere, but gets evaporated because we don't use it. Now that's where diesel engines cannot go there, electricity is not available there, no installation problem. Take this. 2 people can go in the morning, pump it out, 1 irrigates, 1 pumps and exchanges, and irrigate your crop, then come back in the evening with a pump back home for safety. We can use another 1,000 TMCs of water instead of evaporating them. What a great effort the pedal pump can give you. And again, this has come from a job. And look at this innovation. With a lot of cement poles. You must have seen the WhatsApp. It's Tirupati Rao from Prakasam district, Andhra Pradesh. Amazing innovation he made. See how beautifully it goes up. He took 1 rod and bent it to Z shape, put a shoe on that, a slipper on that, and that's it. Anybody, you and me, can go up with once or twice little bit of training. Elder women, anybody can go up. So easily made it. But you can harness how you want, no problem. How comfortable is he? And we got tested in the college, and it takes 500 kg takes to. There's a safety without calculating formula. He doesn't know anything. He's just 8th class dropout. And now he made it President of India Award, got a patent, but also he has been given best prize in in Philippines, entire Asian countries, he got the best prize. Now, that's a kind of a solution he brought to society. You don't need engineering to do it. He saw the problem, thought of it, he made it so beautifully. And he's a great entrepreneur. In 1 year, he sold 1.5 crores worth of items from the hut in front of his house, using his own people. And he got the best entrepreneur prize also in government of India. And he also made it for round poles, like round poles or just in the round poles or coconut or palmera trees. But he made it differently that we have seen earlier. But the principle is the sitting and moving, right? Now this is Nagar Raju in Kurnool district. He banana farm. We 5,000 acre, not very increased. Told his wife, hold this. I'll tie the rod and the rope. That's all. In respect, he did another spent 5,000. So this is not a fact. What is this? This is an item which can be spread to the entire country. And who will spread it? Nagaraj is not responsible for it. The government or you, me, media, people are spread it so that all the banana farmers take advantage of it and benefit by reducing input costs. Windmill, when I say mill, what strikes you is huge mast, then aerodynamic blade, and the huge about 10-meter aerodynamic blade and produce electricity. Now here it is a mastless mill and it brings water. What does the farmer want? Power or water? He wants water. So this I made a windmill which is only 8 feet high and takes water from 50 feet to the ground, 50, and gives water to the farmer. The farmer requires. And the speed, everything depends on the local mill cutting speed, cutting air speed, and then capacity, how much water is required for 8 acres or 4 acres. Accordingly, this customized design is there. And one Patan side of Tumkur district has made this. Look at the beautiful one. This is for salt farms, he made it in Mill State. Now, almost 15 to 20 crore people every day in India work in open fields. They have to work, otherwise farming can't be continued. And they all work in the open, they get tired. Men, women, they get tired, they get stressed out. And the evening when they go home, they're so tired that there's no happiness at home, no peace at home, because they have to work again. Now, what are we doing? We're ensuring that people are not happy in the evenings for 20 crore families. Can it be done by 5 trillion economy? No, it has been done only when you give them happiness. And how do you give it? Shanmukha Rao from Mahbubad district, he made a small shelter as you see in the picture, 5 feet by 10 feet. Then he put 2 poles both sides. Each pole has two wheels, 2 wheels left, 2 wheels right. Under that, 10 people can work. Having worked, they push the shade with them. They move along with the shade. Whether it is dry land or wet land, varigani, anything can be used. And imagine happily they work, and the assembling of this whole shelter takes 10 minutes. Closing takes 10 minutes, that's all. So easily made it. And when they go home in the evening, they'll be happy to go home. They will laugh. They will laugh with the family members, happily cook, and they eat together and sleep happily. Now tell me, the small, silent, silly-looking innovation can bring happiness to 20 crore families in the country. Imagine the significance of the innovation. It is much more than giving 5,000 rupees in their accounts, but both are required. So that is a kind of a pains you must observe and take it out. And this has to be ensured that every farmer with 5 acres should have this, otherwise don't call labor. That kind of regulation can be made. But before that, you must have innovation like what Shanmukha Rao did. You see this kind of lakes in Hyderabad, anywhere you find, hyacinth is full of them. We call it Gurrabdeka in Telugu. I hope you understand. This floats. It grows double in 8 to 10 days, double grows. It weighs 500 tons average per acre. That kind of amazing growth. And what do we do with it? We take JCB, we take men, it doesn't come out. That's not the way. So one boy, he made a machine, Narasimha from near Pochampalli. He's a fisherman. He made this, What he does is he pushes the hyacinth towards the machine. Yeah. Hyacinth is floating, so he puts that on the hyacinth to the belt and goes on the belt and drops on a cutter. You give a cutter there, and the cutter cuts this into small pieces of 1.5 inches, and thus debris goes out and gets dried up in 2-3 days' time, or it can be used for any other industrial purpose can be made out of it. But he is providing input to the industry by doing this. And how does he design the machine? He designed such a way that the removal of hyacinth is more than rate of growth. Generally, you see water. JCB can't do it. It's formed out of the USP, and that seeing the lake, the growing, he makes, and his lakes is so beautiful. You see, before and after, how is the lake? How happiness we have. People around you say we've not seen the last 30-40 years what he done it. All a grassroots innovator. It is win-win situation for everybody. Birds, aqua life, people around, health, and of course, the grassroots innovator, he gets some money for doing this. And then fishing can take place, boating can take, a lot of things can take place. You must have seen drip pipe. This is a pipe given at 90% subsidy to the farmers by the government of India since 90s. And the drip pipe is the one which ensures that water wastage is not there. But winding after the crop is over, you have to pull out the drip pipe, which is about hundreds of meters. I mean, pulling out it gets spoiled and cracks. And reuse becomes difficult. And tape, I think, is a big problem. So this farmer Ramesh, the utensils, the round utensil, the one the both sides plates are again big dhakkans of mutalu. Danto he made a drip pipe winding machine. Everything is available in the village. You can use the old ones, not even new ones. But the problem of farmers of drip wire being damaged when removing from the field, that's saved. And just move with the hand and beautifully talk. Same thing when you can pull out from this by hand. Such kind of a simple but excellent solution to save drip pipes. If you save drip pipes, all farmers save their drip pipes, that much of waste is not done. Otherwise, you throw it and again. It's not the way you increase your GDP. And such kind of problems not addressed by system doing themselves. We have to identify problems. We also have to do something to resolve it. You know, in a waste removal, when you create a waste, we know up to creating waste, but what happens after that, we are not aware of it. When waste is created by us, it is collected by somebody. There are waste collectors. Then waste segregators are there. After segregation, waste retrieval is being done, and waste recycling is done, and waste destruction is done. So much activity takes place after create a waste. But all these activities are in unorganized sector. Nobody looks after them. They just do it whatever they know. There's no research. There's no provision of technology for them. There's no efficiency asked from them. All this is part of our activity, our national activity, but we don't. And if we don't help them, they cause problems. Like one person anywhere now, they collect used cables, small cables with various diameters, which has a plastic around it, and inside there is a material. So they buy the used cables from the waste segregators, and then they burn the plastic and take out the metal, which they sell it and make money. That's the livelihood. And when they burn the plastic, imagine we made a small survey in Vijayawada town, 70 tons per month is that used cables, and so much plastic is burnt every month. And the cable is very bad for the people around, environment, animals, and it gets into the earth. Amazing, I mean, the number of losses cannot be counted. It's exponential. All this happening because we not provided them any technology. Abdul Jalil is a mechanic in Vijayawada. He saw this problem and made a small machine. So did not do all these things. Just see what it does. Oh, okay. He made a machine. He puts the cable, and it just takes a hand, takes the plastic out. And the metal is done. All cold process, and the can get plastic separately and the metal separately without degrading, without causing damage to pollution. My dear friends, what can they? Only 70 tons in Vijayawada, the whole country would be burning thousands of tons every day. All this adding to our problem that can avoid by simple technology. So what Jalil did is saw the problem, found a solution. If you don't see the problem, solutions are not found, problems remain. So to improve the country, improve the situation, we have to observe whereas what problems are there. Another interesting case of Pandri Pulla Reddy from Surapet district, Nalgonda Surapet district. Now, he has 2 acres of land and he had made one bore well, which he put a bore in the motor in that. And with that, you could get irrigation for 1 acre only. The water coming was very less. There are not much aquifers in that. And he tried, but no extra water was coming. And unless 2 acres are cultivated, he and his family cannot survive. So what he did, he took some loans and made 1 more bore well 40 feet away from the old bore well. And again, he has to put a motor in that. First, he didn't have money. Secondly, electricity department said that the transformer is saturated. They cannot be able to give extra connection. What will Pulla Reddy do? He's pushed to corners. So he got angry, he got frustrated, he got helpless. So he became innovator. He took a 140 feet pipe, HDPE pipe, big pipe, and closed both the ends and filled water and closed both the ends. Then one end he put in the new bore well in the water, and other end over the ground he put the old bore well in the water. Then opened the mouths of both the ends. So the new pipe has both the ends in 2 bore wells in the water. So if farmer thought he's connected both the bore wells, and he started the motor in the first bore well, the only motor he has. And believe me, friends, the water from both the bore wells came, and Pulla Reddy could cultivate both the acres and got whatever living he wanted. Theory, you think later, it happened. And it worked. For farmers, function is important. You can work out here how it worked. And now, we asked him when we found it's amazing, so much of savings and so much of advantage. And then he said, can you share the technology? He said, no problem. Then he went around and under 152 cases in Andhra Telangana, he helped them. And he did this possible, 1 motor, 2 bore wells, even to the case where 2 bores are separated by 150 feet. And then, of course, he stopped. He didn't know whether he can do further or not. He doesn't know. But one day he came to us. He said, sir, I'm not going to go every village and tell them, sir. I'll write down the paper, write down. Any farmer can do it. If I can do it, they can do it. You put it in the newspapers. So he wrote down step by step. We put in the Sakshi and Eenadu, put in our Palestine magazine. And farmers did on their own. You know, how many lakhs of people did we don't know. And we gave a number of Pulla Reddy that in case you have any doubt, talk to him. Look at this, a technology which is so useful to the people, so useful to the environment, savings to the farmer, and he makes it open. He's not asking for any money. He says, people should be happy, my country should be happy. That's what we had learned from these people. You know, in the villages today, there's no local transporter. You know, we want to take some agricultural goods, machine from one point to the other point, there's no transporter. Auto is meant for humans, not for transporter. And all villages, even bus stand to home, home to home, they shift a home to field, field back, nothing they have. So Kondal Nayak realized this and filled a void by making a small trailer. Small trailer. He made a blue trailer, to put down to a weeder, put a cycle, put down to anything, a 4-wheel trailer. And you can carry anything in this. This is a weeder which is supposed to be pushed. But look at this man hooked onto the weeder and is going on. Similarly, you can put a motorcycle, anywhere you can put it and take it up. So this is becoming good. Human beings, 5-6 can go on this to the field from the place. So he saw the void and gave a village transporter. We have no, industry has not given it. Engineers have not thought of it. But he saw the problem and did it. And that's where we say grassroots innovations are amazing and significant. The lady, Mrs. Razu in Vizag, she heard stories about farmers throwing tomatoes because the cost is not even worth the labor of plucking. So they grew for 3 months and they threw everything because the price was not suitable for them. She was not happy. She said, why it is happening? Tomatoes are required by people. They harvested with all the effort, but why are we not getting the share of the farmers? Then she kept on thinking, and with all her knowledge of nature, it took about 15 years for her to develop a edible leaf. Daily మనం తినే కూరగాయల ఆకులు ఆకుల రసాలతో extracts of that. She put 2 spoons of extracts of those leaves in a bucket and adds 1 liter water, and plucked tomato she dips in that and puts it in the room temperature on the table or on the ground and the gampa. That's all. 30 days nothing happens, and the tomatoes you are seeing on the screen are 30 days tomatoes put in the room temperature. What a great blessing to the farmers or the people who are storing or whatever you can waste. And it's all done with edible leaf. And we have, of course, got testing, everything has been done, and the shrinkage percentage is 0.01%. But such kind of a problem solving gives so much of happiness to millions of people. And this is, left side you find the leg completely, wound, very deep wound, and that lady also has diabetes. And the allopathy says we can't do anything. It's a gangrenous setting, you amputate leg. That was the suggestion. Now, one of our innovators, he said, he asked that lady, he happened to see her, he said, okay, just wait for a few days and apply this oil. He gave us Sitalam oil. And after 4 weeks, you see on the right side what happened. No, we have so much of traditional knowledge in it, around us. If that can be used, we save limbs. Can you give a limb? You can't, but you can save a limb by understanding the knowledge around you and using it where required. I'm not saying that there is every solution is from the Ayurveda. No, we have to use allopathy, Ayurveda, homeopathy, all of them. Wherever it's efficient, you must go there. But it comes only when you identify those solutions, identify the helps. And Sitalam does 4 things. It does takes away the pain relief. It comes. Any kind of a pain relief is there. It gives the pain relief, and the wounds you've already seen it. Even the burns, it does it. And lastly, what it does is you put this on the unexposed portions, and the mosquitoes don't come for 8 hours. It is a mosquito repellent. Such is the power of 1 leaf and its extract. And who says that multiple advantages are not there? Sitalam has so many. We have more than a dozen identified, but these 4 have been proved in the lab, so we are stating it. But leaves in the nature can do more than 1. Multiple advantages are there. We don't know, therefore we say it doesn't do. But when we keep on doing research, we find a lot. Mastitis, udder swelling. On the right side picture, you see the udder of a cow is swelled, and it's painful to the cow, and milking is not possible. So Rajan in Anantapur district, he is a great friend of animals. He used to go to the animal which is sick, visit it, diagnose it, then go to the jungle to get the herb. And then he used to visit it every second day so that till the animal gets all right. Such kind of a family doctor like was there. And all he did free for 40-45 years in Anantapur district, Golla village. And he found a beautiful herbal solution which we picked up from him, the powder, and that we sent it to Delhi, ICAR and ICMR for testing. And they were so happy with it. And they called him and gave him 3 lakhs rupees and first prize from President of India. When we connected the knowledge, recognition came. If we don't connect it, it stays. And they also found that this is the best solution for mastitis in the world. And they spent more than 1 crore rupees to get international patent for it. Now imagine what kind of a great knowledge we have around us. If you ignore it, our peril. If you use it, we all will be happier. So many examples. He has made almost 13 medicines. You must have seen this in the website. You can visit meticool.com. It's a refrigerator made from potter's clay. And it needs 1 liter of water every day, which is poured on the top. That's all. There's no energy. 30 days vegetables, 3 days milk. Nothing happens to it. And it is made a beautiful kiln to burn this shape, And it's amazing. Go and read story in the net. You'll be very excited about it. Right? And this is, you see a lot of sprayers. We have sprayers earlier. This came out 10 years back. The sprayers are either we have a hand sprayer with 1 hand, which is very tough to do and slow. Other we had engine, Taiwan engine sprayer. The engine is on your back. Imagine, how can we give an engine to a farmer which vibrates, which pukes fumes? which makes noise, which consumes diesel, petrol. This is the way we look after a farm, giving an engine on his back. But someone, young boy, a village boy, Mallesh, he made a solar sprayer. It is reduced, weight is reduced by almost 8 kg, silent, no pollution, no noise, no maintenance, very healthy, and the cost can be retrieved in one season. Now that's the beauty of this grassroots innovation, very useful. And he sold more than 10,000 pieces on this. This is another one. This is made by a farmer, not a industry. There's a tow bar. You see a tow bar here. This tow bar, if two people can pull it, or two bullocks can pull it, it makes 8 furrows. There's a blue blouse here. 8 furrows it makes. In the furrows, the seeds are dropped by these yellow boxes at the pre-designated space. And when the seeds drop, there is a small plate which closes the furrows. So just by pulling, 3 actions take place: furrowing, seeding, and closing. And then the yellow tank you have is a weedicide. If you want to spray weedicide, that sprays automatically through this red nozzles between the rows. And believe me, from where is energy coming to all this? Just by the wheels, rotation of these wheels, energy is coming to all this. There is no additional energy, just by 2 people pulling it. You save 4,000 rupees per acre in transplanting paddy. Through this, you can only put the seeds. So much saving is there, and the crop is production also very high. Now imagine if you save 4,000 to 5,000 rupees per acre, the input cost reduces, poverty reduces. You need not worry about how much crop comes, how much price is there, but input cost to be reduced. That should be our engineers aim. Give something which are affordable. And so all can be made in the district or taluk level. There's nothing black box technology in this. Everything is made. So beautiful. Another cultivator made by man. Everything is open. You don't see the clutch. Anybody who engineering students, you see the clutch here. There's a belt and there's a clutch below there. This is the clutch. There's no moving part in the clutch. Amazing clutch. Rarely you find such clutches. How does it work? Oh, it's okay. Video. I'll show it later. Somewhere else it's hiding. Now it's a beautifully worked. He sold almost 1,200 pieces and got President of Award. And amazing. There's a Six Sigma. He not even single piece returned till today or complaints. 100% quality, made in Warangal district near Parkal. And he's got the Best of Entrepreneur Award also by the Government of India. Lingareddy case is very interesting in Nizamabad district. No, he had lots of animals coming, birds coming and spoiling the crops. People go so many things, but it's not working. So he put a small alarm, then they put a noise, then he put a recorded voice, kept on improving, and the cost went up. And he said, why only animals, why not birds? Instead of going to the field every time animals are likely to come, he said, I can do off from the home. So he made a remote operation. All this he made. Finally, he put a solar panel for energy for all this activity. So 10,000 rupees he spent to make, and no birds, no animals can come because he's got 172 types of noises recorded there. And he programmed which birds, what kind of things to be done, when they come, all kinds of things he did experience. Amazingly working. But he did not stop there, my dear friends. He said the person next to him, next to him, he did not have 10,000 rupees to do it. But his field is also troubled by animals and birds. What he did is he put a transmitter and gave them only a receiver, took 200 rupees and put in that particular farm. This is a center, and one center he gave it to about 10-20 farmers. By God, nobody thought of it. No government, no scientists thought of it. He says, Pashurasta, Yante. But he is not only looked after himself, but he transmitted the technology, what he has, to the people around. That's the beauty of Lingareddy. I was talking about my culture in leader just before Lingareddy. This is the video. So simple, no vibrations. It works in cotton, milk, and other fields. It has got minimum proof. And about 1 acre can be done in about 1.5 hours. 1 hectare with 3 liters you can do it. Very little, very liters. And all open. You're not worried about copy. Anybody copy. Saidachari made a small tractor, 6.5 horsepower tractor. It has a trailer which carries 6 quintals of load. He and his wife took 5 acres for leasing to grow cotton. And they decided we will not call even single labor for entire cultivation. And they say whenever labor is required, they will make an attachment. Attach the tractor, attachment to be used in the trailer, as the case may be. And they made 13 attachments. And thereby, comfortably, he and his wife Jyoti both could cultivate from the sowing, from the plowing to the harvesting. They could do it comfortably, and that he did season, 13 attachments, then the press season, and they froze the design, and they started selling that to the people. Today he sold almost over 120 pieces. 6.5 horsepower can do what a 35 or a 75 horsepower can do, up to 10 acres. A farmer with 10 acres, he can comfortably handle all activities with 6.5 horsepower tractor. Then why 35 horsepower tractor? Then why 75 horsepower John Deere tractor? Because we copied, we're not customized. We just copied from tech and giving it to the people. But this man customized what is required. By doing so, imagine horsepower is less, the cost of the farmer is less, input cost is less, but the output remains same, if not more. So that's the way you must look at it. Appropriateness, affordability. These are terms you must learn. And these machines, they provide independence to them. There's no post-sale technology, post-sale service. If I buy a cell phone, I become a technical slave to the company. I can do nothing. But whereas these people, grassroots innovators, when they make innovations, there is no connectivity with the manufacturer and the user. User can do everything by himself. Technologically, threshold is not there. Then there is maintenance is not a problem. Customization is not a problem. Modification is not a problem. Such is the kind of technology. We must make this a design criteria. Post-sale, there should be zero activity. Therefore, they have independence. There are people women of middle class and low class, working a lot. They have no time for cleaning vessels. But our vessels are greasy because of cooking we do. So there's a Shanmukha made a small machine. You can see in the picture. There are 2 source of points. One point where she takes the automatic sensor, rotates the brush, and score also comes up. After it takes the next step where the first one stops, second one gives the first one gets clean. It runs on single phase, 2 watt capacity. The cost is 5,000 rupees. Everyone can afford to have. Some effort is so that it's probably going to work after the cooking. So that is the pain removal, one of the examples of this. Now I want to see this. Can you observe how closely what materials are used in this? And it's been used by a doctor and a farmer. And my dear friends, it works. It's not a toy model. You connect it to a hand pump. As I told you earlier, the farmer needs water, not current, not power. So this windmill directly connects the water which is required by the farmer. And made with bamboos and sheets and angles and nails, that's all. All are available. You don't need even new ones. Even if someone's bad, they can make it in the village. And it's a functional windmill. What a beautiful technology. The wind is available to you. But affordable technology is what is important. That interesting grassroots universities do that. We took this technology from Guwahati to Kutch in Gujarat, where salt is in the salt farms. They were using diesel engines and carrying diesel spare parts and smoke. Everything was causing amazing problems to them. When we showed this technology, they replaced diesel engines with windmills there. The only thing is, instead of iron, they used more wood because iron gets rusty, and now they're using it. So there is every technology what we see in the villages has a use somewhere else with some modification, provided we disseminate this horizontally from village to village, land to land, farmer to farmer. Who does this? We only do lab to land. There is a possibility and need for transmitting technologies land to land. was Saidullah, old man, 65 years. Old man, 65 years, he says, my technology. Are you inspired? Are you going to do it? You must have my technology within the next 6 months or 1 year. That's the way it is. He solved his problem because he was staying in a village in northern Bihar. He has to go to work crossing a small river. And there was one private boat was there. It used to come whenever it wants. He waited 65 years for the situation to improve. One more boat will come, a bridge will come, a bus will come, but nothing came. He got frustrated. He became angry. And I told you, when grassroots people get angry, they become innovators. And he became innovator and made a cycle amphibious with just 3.5 kgs of steel. 4 boxes he made, crude welding he did, and there you find amphibious cycle. What innovation. So innovation doesn't have age. It can be any time. There's most of the farmers, what they produce, they sell. Thereby they get lesser money. But the value addition is done, they'll be able to get better. So Dharamveer decided one day, he's from Haryana, he said, I will not sell what I produce. I will add value and sell it. So he made a machine. Like, he takes tomatoes. He puts tomatoes in the bottom drum and boils them, puts in the water and boils them. What vapors come, he collects the vapors through this horizontal tube, and through yellow tube, he collects the tomato vapors, he calls it tomato essence. Now, tomatoes still there. From that, he makes ketchup, he makes puree. Then the fourth product is he takes out the skin and the seeds of the tomato, dries them, makes powder, puts in a pot, and calls it tomato soup powder. Imagine he makes 4 products out of same tomatoes. Otherwise, we just sell it for 2 rupees a kg. So that kind of, this can do a lot of things. I happened to visit his village and see. Not only him, along with him, other 25 families have grown so much. Within 4-5 years, they start earning 25 lakhs per year. No jokes, all by themselves. No CEOs, no mentors, no IITs, no IIMs. They have done themselves. The value addition is what is. That's the point. So we must give such machines, provide such things so that their value addition becomes easier. Like, we make Vattulu. You give Aarti to Bhagavan or a lighter lamp, you need wicks. People don't know how to make it. Now, this machine he made in Gujarat, they put the cotton, the wick comes out. You can make it for yourself, you can sell to the people around. 14,000 rupees. You can make it even lesser by your research. We have a lot of animals which die because we send them to abattoir because they don't give milk or they want the feed. But let them die naturally the way you and I die. How to do? Use jets. Every day 10 kg of dung comes. I don't want to take the urine comes. Use it. Any animal, not only cow. Here you see the cow is made out of dung by a mechanical device, no energy required. And this is dried out and then put mud in that, plant in that, and it grows. Put the whole thing in the earth. There's nothing to take it out. Imagine what a great win-win situation for you. And such kind of a thing, you can sell it at a very high price because city people will buy it. Similarly, for cremation of people, almost every day 48,000 people are cremated in India, average. And they need 5 to 6 quintals of wood. Nobody checks why so much is required. And where would it come from? And cremation is the same. Now you make a lot from dung, like what is made here with a compressor. And these logs are out. and that can be used as a wood. In every village, 1% every month, 5 people, if 5 laws can be all village, extra time can be go to the town. That's the way you can government give, you can the employment comes, but using the available resources is important. What you have seen in the entire innovations, my dear friends, is there was an emphasis on taking the pain of the people, people's problems. Then they found a technology to suit it. It's not that I have a technology, therefore I solve the problems. No, emphasis on people. Because we have seen in the beginning that happiness is ultimate aim. Happiness comes when reduce the pain of people, therefore people become the emphasis. Remember this in your future. And one of the examples is our Mallesham, Pochampalli Mallesham. He saw his mother doing this asu on the left side, left top. You find a lady in her hand for 9,000 times she had to move across 4 feet, winding the silk thread of 5.5 kilometers for one sari. And every day she has to do two saris worth that become 18,000 times. Imagine if she does every day 9,000 or 18,000 times, what kind of life she leads? It takes about 6 hours a day. In addition, they have to do all. The lady has to do all the household work. Mallesham saw mother suffering the shoulder pain throughout. Then he said, let me do something. So at the age of 14, dropping out from the school, he made a machine which is on the right side. And that works without a person. Just put the thread, it works. The lady is free, healthy, and she does a lot of other work. And it has done so much things. The girls are going to school now, college now. Earlier they said, please sit down. You're supposed to do this. And the woman doesn't do, no sari comes out. The capacity of the Pochampalli Ikat was based on number of girls or women doing asu. And they're not allowed to go to school generations. Now with machine came up, all the girls are going to school. And the generation is improving and number of looms are improved because capacity is no longer linked to the women. Number of machines, number of hours. Mallesham innovation removed the capacity constraint of an industry. What a powerful innovation. He made to reduce the pain of his mother, and it given amazing advantages. And because of such a great thing, he has been given President of India Award. He was a guest of President of India in Rashtrapati Bhavan. He was amazing Indian. He was in TEDx. He was an Inkfellow. Amazing. He went to China, UK, everywhere because he did something grassroots innovation which helped society so immensely. And ultimately, the biopic you must have seen, Mallesham picture. Otherwise, see it is on Netflix. It's an amazing picture where how we done this 7 years problem solving for mother. So when common people do common things, uncommon things, the game changes. You want to change the game, you must do uncommon things. Not only common, even you can do it. But game changing is the problem. Benefit is the problem of society. So Palle Sujana is an organization, we look for such people. And we have no money, we are no money organization, voluntary group. We don't take money, don't give money. But last 15 years, we have done so many things that we'll show it to you now. And for us, we no failures at all. And what we do, this honeybee network, we work like honeybees, not work for honeybees. We find people, search people, like honeybee goes to a flower, takes the pollen, takes another flower, pollen, makes a new flower or honey. We exactly go to the people, nameless, faceless people, as you see somebody joining from the left, and work on him, nurture them and make them known to the world so they get a name because of their knowledge, not because of money or anything else. We have done so many. 200 innovations, we scouted our people. We go to the villages, I told you, because this knowledge doesn't have legs. So we go there, identify. What are 200 innovations? 200 problems solved. So many people multiplied by thousands have become happier by using that. And so much traditional knowledge, all this you can find out there. What exactly we do? We do the scouting, we do the documentation, which is the most challenging thing. Scouting is, where are they? It's not easy that you go to village and ask them, innovate, or nobody answers that question. But that's a very challenging work, and villages never disappointed us. Documentation is one, unless knowledge is documented, formal system doesn't give them patent, doesn't give them funds, doesn't give them awards, nothing can be done. And they don't know how to document it. And if you ask a question, they have no answer. This is like clown sir. We don't know how it came. So the biggest challenge is documenting of the grassroots innovation so the formal system understands. And of course, prototyping, evaluation, everything we do it all voluntarily. And we do so much sorting documentation. Second active, dissemination and connectivity. Dissemination we do in like Palestinian magazine we publish every 2 months in Telugu. You can read all of them in our website daily. Then we do Shodhayatra. Shodhayatra is a journey into unknown area, unknown people, unknown agenda, unknown path. We make ourselves zero in the beginning, unlearn, and then go and learn again. And that's what we learn from 4 people. And this is where we identify innovators. We also show the innovations we found in the previous villages, and that will showcase to these new villages. See, your brothers and sisters have done the previous villages. What have you done? Then they come out with their innovations. That's why we document it and take it and show it to next village. So dissemination is done through Shodhayatra, and it's done every 3 months. You want to join? Anybody can come. It's not only for students. Everybody, scientists. In fact, yesterday, Vice Chancellor of an university said he is going to come in the next yatra. Everybody comes, scientists and IAS officers. Everybody will come, professors. You can join, but go to the website. There, the details are there. So we did 34 yatras and so much work. And we have an IDC in Hyderabad and Vijayawada. Hyderabad is functional fully. Anybody who wants to come, they can come. Palle Sujana, you put in the Google, you come there, you can see a lot of innovations. Physically, you can see them. And then you can interact, you can tell the problems, you can say what you can do. You can find volunteer work there. So what you can do is, I suggest you get an idea every month from your side. Or get an idea is find an idea from people around your colony, around your village, or around your home, relations, child. Anybody find a new idea, capture it, document it. You give an idea every month. So find a problem around you and identify a solution for it. Talk to your grandparents. It's so amazing to talk to grandparents. 20 minutes, talk to them, putting the cell phone side, and you sit at their feet, look up to them. Knowledge comes from vertically, top down. Then ask the questions, amazing things they tell you. They are a camera for you 70 years before, and you live under 70 years. So if you capture knowledge of grandparents, the knowledge stays for 140 years. That's a kind of amazing talent you do it. Please talk to them. They'll be very happy. If you talk to them, they'll live another 2 years extra happily. And identify one problem which needs solution. Every week, identify one problem which is there around. You need not find solution. And then, of course, around you, such a lot of surplus things are the resources. People don't know what to do about it. And that identify it. Palestine offers 2 things, volunteerism and internship. A lot of rural internship takes place from IITs and ISPs, IIMs, Tata Institute of Social Sciences, NAM, ISP, everybody will come to us. You are welcome to come, no problem. And again, volunteerism we offer. Volunteerism, all you do is the flow chart I have shown, the scouting document, everything you do in the volunteerism. The period whatever you want, you can do it. Whatever you want, you can do it. Whenever you want to do it, however you want to do it, how much you want to do it, all yours. There's no accountability in Palle Sujana. There's no form, there's no fee. You can do it. The question to you is, education today is for engaging the society or taking away from society? If education is to engage in society, are you really engaged? Are you keeping away from that? Ask yourself and find the right answer. What system is doing is not important. What you want is important. System can do anything. You can accept system, don't accept the system. But you have to know what is right for society as a citizen of this country, citizen of the earth. So you can do a lot. You can speak to grassroots innovations. You can respect them, call them to college, call them to your functions, something happening. Call the nearest innovator. We'll give address of innovators if you don't know. And visit them if you want. And come to Shodhayatras. Buy innovations, what they're doing. Your father may be a farmer or somebody, weaver. Give them that. And you disseminate. Word of mouth. You said Palle Sujana is there, there's so many others. Tell them, disseminate. All voluntarily. You can organize display of innovations. We have found innovation display in engineering college is so effective that children saw the innovators and innovation. Generally, you don't see innovators, you only see innovations. When you see innovator and innovation and the journey from problem to solution so simply explains, the myth of innovation evaporates. The students get motivated. In one college, they got 6 patents after this. Students went to village, observed the problem, solve the problems with the acceptance of the villagers and apply for patent. 6 patents they got it during the college days. Because they were motivated by this display of innovations. We do all that. Someone approaches, we can do anywhere. And scouting and documentation come. Identify unmet needs of society. These people always address unmet need. Right? So many you can do it. I've listed some, and then you can do much more. You can write like an MBA, write with business plans. You can do campus business. You can do entrepreneurs. I mean, not engineer, but you can do re-engineering. You can do it. Take an innovation and improve it as a project, and make it optimal, make it affordable, make it less cost but high performance. And lastly, I will tell a story and then close it. There was sometime back, 100 years and above, before that, village had not much of activity. They used to go to forest and collect the forest produce, all kinds of produce, which they bring it here, they use it for themselves and also they sell it. That's the way the living was there, majority. So people used to go in empty baskets, go all the way fill the baskets, coming back with the heavy loads. And the way back, they cannot take rest because the basket is put it down, nobody is there to lift it up. So Raja was unhappy that my people on the way back always carry loads longer distances. So he wanted to do something for them. So he cannot ask them to don't go to forest. So what he did is he constructed pedestals. You see on the picture, one here, one in the end, somewhere there. So at some distances he constructed pedestals so that the people can just bend and push the basket, take rest, again push it on the head and pull on the head and go back. So what did Raja do, my dear girls? When you cannot remove a problem, reduce the pain. When you cannot remove a problem, reduce the pain. But you wait for the problem to be removed, it may not happen. Lifetime may not happen. So instead of sitting quiet and inactive and passive, each one of us has the ability to solve problems, some percentage, 10, 15, 20, 30. Do that. Reduce the pain, that much pain, and thereby that much happiness comes in society. All of us can do it. So I hope you agree with me and let's do it. Let's start doing it. So that's all I have for today. And good luck. Thank you from my side. Thanks for patient hearing. Anyone who wants to talk to me, the number is there, email is there. You're welcome. You not come to college. When you have time, bring along with the parents and family, visit at Palace Suzana in Sainikpur, Secunderabad. You're welcome to do so. Anything is okay, free to talk. Thank you very much. And any questions you have, I'm here to answer.
Two questions I listed, sir.
Yeah.
Question number one is, what is Gandhian engineering? Is it suitable for nowadays?
Yeah. See, the moment Gandhi, first question comes, is relevant. First question comes. I don't know why, but it comes. Because somehow we think Gandhi, the way he looked, the way he lived, it looks outdated to us. Look at the man, look at the personality, look at acts, not the dress. What is Gandhi engineering? He said, the slide I showed is that more from less for many. It is nature's principle. Is the nature changed after Gandhi died? No, nothing happened. Gandhi's died or not, nature remained the same. The principle I said is nature's principle renunciated by Gandhi. Nobody told them so simply the way Gandhi said, told to us. So I use the word Gandhi because he is a Mahatma and he has understood nature's principle so well and told us simply MLM, more from less for many. And this principle is applicable to every time, as long as nature exists, as long as human exists, this principle is there. Gandhi is a medium. And because of Gandhi said, you say it's relevant or not, I think that question is not relevant, in my view. Right? Yes?
And next question, sir. Could you please tell us a few rainwater harvesting technology and yes, sir, few technologies.
Yeah, there are specialists in water. There's specialists in rainwater. One can have a separate session on that. But the point is, we have to be self-sufficient in water, every village, every city. Atmanirbhar. Atmanirbhar is not money. Atmanirbhar is resources, especially the basic needs. The water, your air, you should be self-sufficient in your each town, each city, each village. How do you do it? Is God gives you so much of rain. Find a way to do it. You don't wait for someone to tell you. You find a way to do it. You all, each girl in front of me today, listening to me, So learn to save water, which God gives you for 4 months a year, for the next 8 months. Why should you copy others' techniques? I want you to be open. And go to literature and read it. But nobody is perfect. You make them more perfect, more better. In my childhood, there was no water was never an issue anywhere, whether a city or a village. And in the world, water has not increased or decreased. The total volume of water remains same in various shapes. After 100 years, remains same. So where the water has gone? Why are you thinking of harvesting and separately now? Understand this. Go into details. You find out. I will not give an answer. Whatever people have developed, that's something what they can do the best, but they're not the only best. So identify where the water is there in various shapes. Every drop of water, even if your tears also go into cloud. You shook your hair after bath, the drops becomes cloud. Every water takes in some shape or other and gets back and back in the cycle. You know the water cycle. If not even a single gram of water is added or deleted, where the water has gone? Now that's a question you do research. We have an answer, but our generation will not give answers because you say you're Gandhiji. You're irrelevant. So you find it yourself, and if you want guidance, we'll give you and find how to do it. This time we have tremendous amount of rains, absolutely fantastic rains. And there's no way we suffer from water shortages in the next 8 months till next rain season comes. Watch where we've gone wrong, where we've gone right, identify, develop techniques, and you suggest some methods. Don't go for ready-made. Children at your age, don't go for ready-made push-button technologies. You have to work. I told you, you have to go to the knowledge. You walk to the knowledge. Knowledge doesn't have legs. Well, so much you learn, so much you work for understanding something, it'll remain with you. You'll be a person with a lot of knowledge to solve problems of the future of the nation. Don't go for ready-made solutions. Critically ask why not, everything. Even drip irrigation. Why drip irrigation? Does it really help the water saving? Is there any study available today? Ask that question till you get an answer, or you do the study. So rainwater harvesting is a one topic, but point is, the aim is having Atmanirbharata in water to the country, to the district, to the city, to the village. That's the aim of all of you, engineers.
Sir, next question. Sir, could you please describe about Anna Hazare's work about rainwater harvesting?
Anna Hazare did not do rainwater harvesting. His entire village, his entire growth of the village he did.
Yes.
And village has to grow properly with a self-sufficiency. Water is the most essential thing. So he did not attack water. He addressed the village how to grow consistently with self-sufficiency. And when you do that, holistically you look at the food, the water, the health, the effort, the skills and technology, markets, everything has been seen. And he did all that. And traditions, aspirations of the people, the ambitions of the people, relations of the people, community discipline, everything he has seen. And 25 years he worked. The Army Havaldar, I know him very well. The way he worked there, he stayed there. He made himself as a role model. He stayed with 2 shirts and 2 dhotis. And he said, he went to the village, I asked them, children who are not going to school, send them to me. I will teach them. And he took challenges because he knows that he can do it, because no challenge is God created, it's all man created. So he understood that and did it. Study what he did. And it may not be possible to replicate that Ralegaon Siddhi in other villages. But the essence of that, to understand how he approached the problem, is more important than actual techniques. What he did in Ralegaon Siddhi, next village is not possible. The customization, nature is customized, technology is standardized. It is a mismatch. You cannot copy what happened here directly. You have to learn the basics, learn the principles, and try to find solution for your village, next village. That's the way it will be done. But he's a great torchbearer in that, there's no doubt about it.
Sir, next question, sir. Sir, what you showed with case studies in all your slides, shall we define like low cost, no cost experiments?
They are, you call anything, English is a very funny language, you can use anything. They address the unmet needs of the people. Needs, not desires. Mark my words, unmet needs. I don't know, a need can be met only if it is affordable. Affordability comes when you plan for it, doesn't come just like that. So you use such technology where the beneficiaries for whom you are making, they can afford to buy. So this is on you as engineer to give solutions. Solutions which they can buy and use it and takes care of their unmet needs. It can be low cost, high cost, not important.
Yes.
Affordability, appropriateness, MLM principle, more from less for many, no post-sale service, and affordable excellence. What's affordable excellence? Today we say more cost, high quality. Why? You can't make it. You can make it, but you not challenge yourself. These grassroots innovators give low cost, highest quality. When they can give it, why can't you give it? Affordable excellence is there in every grassroots innovation. Now, if this is made your design parameter, that I will give in this cost only 2,000 rupees only, like washing machine made by, dishwashing machine made by Shanmukha Rao, he said when he wants to make it, I told him it's more than 5,000 will be rejected. He made it in 5,000 rupees. And 5,000 can afford by high, low class and middle class. So what we need to do is we have to see the unmet needs. Unmet needs keep on increasing also. And focus on the people. Can they afford it? Can they use it? By using, they should not get any new problems. If that is come up, you can give any name, I don't mind.
Sir, many questions are there. Due to time consideration, we will conclude the question and answer session, sir.
Thank you very much, and good luck to you.
Thank you very much, sir. Brigadier P. Ganeshan, sir, for your valuable speech. It's a highly practical, and it is not only informative, and it is a knowledgeable thing. And you enlighten many things, sir, how the engineering students can contribute their knowledge to the people's need. How mechanical engineering students, how computer science students, how electrical students, how electronics students, how civil engineering to the The induction program convener, Dr. YVS Pragati Garu, please come on to the dais and felicitate today's chief guest. I invite Professor A. Vinay Babu Garu, the esteemed director of our institution. Please felicitate today's chief guest. I also invite Dr. YVS Pragati Garu and Dr. S. Rajendra sir. Please felicitate today's chief guest, sir.
Yes. Again.
Thank you very much.
Madam, academic, sir. Children can confuse.
ఆన్లైన్ లో కూడా మీ సంప్రదాయం పూర్తి
థ్యాంక్స్ ఫర్ గైడింగ్ సార్. మంచి చింటేదో
ఇట్స్ వండర్ఫుల్ బ్రీడ్
వేరే కలర్ ఉన్నట్టు.
నాకు 3 కలర్లు ఉన్నాయి, 4 కలర్లు.
So by this, we conclude the induction program day 4. We will again commence tomorrow, induction program day 5 with your diagnostics test as usual. So tomorrow we have an announced speaker named Batiyar Chowdhury. So by this we will end the session. Thank you.